Alright, so I'm going to show you quickly how to make threads, and it's actually pretty easy on Fusion 360. As always, I need to make a new component. I'm going to call this bolt. Alright, now that I'm in a bolt, I'm active there. I can create a new sketch. In this case, it really doesn't matter. I always do X, Y just out of habit, but I'm going to be wild. I'm going to go YZ. I'm going to create a circle, and I'm going to do a 12 millimeter bolt, 12 inches. And for this application, I'm going to make both the bolt and the nut, and I'm going to make them as two separate components. So it's going to be really advantageous to put this constrained to the origin. You can see it turn black. And so that's it for there. Got my sketch done. Now I can extrude and pull this thing up. Let's say I want a 2-inch bolt, so this is going to be 50 millimeters, not 50 inches. I'm doing metric just to change things up a little bit. Now, because I've already defined that value, I'm going to create a thread. All right. Now when I choose a surface, obviously I don't want threads on the end or on this cylinder side, and I need to make sure that it's modeled. If you don't select modeled when you export that STL or that body to 3D print it, it won't be 3D printed. So we need that modeled. Now, because I typically do American Standard units, it's trying to resize to a 1/2 inch because that's the closest. So I'm actually going to go metric. So there's lots of different types of thread settings, and for almost every application you will ever want. You can do Acme screw threads, which is a trapezoidal. If you were doing something that didn't want any type of shifting, so that's common on 3D printers and the Z-axis of CNC machines, and then you could do those. They're pretty neat. Look totally different, but we're going to go with a metric, and you can see that it switched back to 12 millimeters. So this is the thread count. So it's a 12 millimeter, which is the size, and this is threads per inch. That's important because they're not all the same. And the class of tightness of tolerance, that's really tight. And if you were molding or making that or designing a component that it's important for it to be tight, then you'd want 6G. But we're going to go 4G. It's not quite as tight. And when 3D printing, since it's being 3D printed, they're not as accurate as a cast bolt. So we're going to hit OK. And that's threads on the whole thing. Now, another thing we could do, let's say there's lots of bolts, you may or may not have seen it, is the whole thing. If we deselect and unselect the full length, we can say, oh, well, I actually only want it halfway. I only want it 25 millimeters. Oops. 25 millimeters. Okay, now it's only halfway. And there's some applications where it's going to slide through some things, and then you want those threads. So you only want those threads on the very end. So if you want that bolt and that shaft of that bolt to be very tight in the object that it is, you don't want threads down there. You want it as strong and all of that material there. So now I can hit OK. All right, cool. So now I'm going to do the nut. Actually, first I'm going to put a top on this. So we're going to need to be able to twist it in. Now you could actually do an Allen head, so you could actually create in the center a polygon, and you would just extrude into it, right? And then that would give you a depth and an Allen head screw. I'm going to make it look most like a bolt as possible. Just like that. And now since I sketched on that surface, when I extrude it, I'm going to extrude all of it. I'm going to do 12 millimeters. All right. And I want the operation to be joined. I want those joined. I don't want them two separate bodies. I want that whole thing. So there I got my bolt with a huge cap on the end. Maybe a little excessive. I could go back and say, you know what? Maybe I want this to be done by hand. And that's a little excessive right there. That looks a little bit better. And I can go back and change my sketch also. Instead of a pentagon, let's get rid of my pentagon. And I'm going to create an ellipse so that way I can just tighten it by hand. I'm going to go right to that center and say I want to be able to put some pretty good force on this. So 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to come out just past it, just like that. And now we have to redefine what we're extruding. And then we can do all of that. And hit OK. And ta-da! All right. Now we're going to quickly, we're going to make a new component. And we're going to call this thing nut. Now because we planned ahead and centered this thing, and if you didn't, you can always go back to that component and drag it and constrain it to the origin. Now it's going to be really easy to create a sketch on that same plane. That is a polygon. Go right to the middle. And I don't think that was quite big enough. Let's do a polygon here. There we go. Since 3D printed and we aren't going to print solid, it needs to be a little bit bigger. Okay. Sketch is done. Extrude. I'm going to actually extrude up into the nut. I'm going to keep it similar to that same depth, which is actually 0.3. Now, if you notice there, that's solid. Won't work. So now we can do that awesome operation of combine. And don't forget that combine has more than one just join operation. So my target body, what I want to be changed is this, and I have to go active in the whole component, sorry, so that I can click on them. So in the main settings, I have to go combine. Here's my target body, my tool body, the item with the threads, and I'm going to use that to cut. And I don't want a new component. I want to keep the tool. This is going to be the tool. I don't want it to disappear. I just want it to cut the threads. So now when I hide that, ta-da, perfect little threads. Now depending on the level of 3D print, that may just be perfect. If it's a less refined 3D printer, MakerBots are awesome, but they're not, high detail like the laser curing Ultimaker. I think that's what it's called. So what you can actually do is extrude the surface of the threads on either one. So if we go over here, let's go active in this bolt, and I'll show you what I mean. If you make a print and you're like, not quite too tight, can't twist it too much. So you actually do press or pull, not extrude. Press pull, and I'm going to choose the thread, and you can watch them. I'm going to go negative because I'm going to pull back that value just a little bit. Too far. Okay, and that actually might still be too much right there. So 0.02 of an inch, and then they'll thread together and it'll be a loose fit. will be super tight. That all depends on a 3D printer. All right, there you go. Threads.